Hello, Steve White, Trek Boy 89 for Steve Arts 89. Well, Star Trek Las Vegas is happening, so there's a bit of talk. And there's a little bit of talk about Starfleet Academy and Star Trek Strange New Worlds, the productions, because Strange New Worlds just finished season 4 production like a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, and they're talking about going into production for season 2 of Starfleet Academy late this month, like the end of this month. There was talk that the show had been cancelled, which is kind of true. They've been greenlit for only 2 seasons, and because Kurtzman's contract at this point isn't being continued, they haven't decided what they're doing, but they haven't negotiated a new contract. There's no more season 3 or 4. There's nothing coming after that, after season 2. So it's sort of like it was not cancelled, but it was only sort of ever going to be 2 seasons, or guaranteed to be 2 seasons. So a lot of people were talking about it, that it's been cancelled, that the new people don't want to go forward with it, so they won't get any more, and that they're actually going to not go on with season 2. Kurtzman was saying season 2 is happening, but then again, how many times do they say Beyond was happening? How many other films have they said were happening? Just because they say it's happening, that's just what they want to happen, not what's actually being set in motion. But it could still happen. They may continue with season 2, and who knows. But yeah, and Strange New Worlds is going to go into production after that, I guess. And the idea is season 4 is going to air in 2026 sometime. So, or am I getting the series confused? Either way, they're working on the 2 shows back to back, and they have to get these other seasons finished by. It has to be scheduled to finish by Kurtzman's contract, because if they don't get a renewal, obviously they can't plan things, or they can't finish and continue. So it looks like that's what they're doing. Yeah. So season 1 of I'm thinking of Starfleet Academy. Season 1 is airing early 2026, and they're going into production August of this year, like they went into production for season 1 in August of last year. So, and then Strange New Worlds is just going to be after that. And I think the talk is that they're going to do film season 4 and 5 back to back, like a 12-part season, and just sort of 16 parts, isn't it? Yeah, the talk is they're going to do it back to back and just run right through. Which is probably the way they planned to do it financially. The way they could, way they got it greenlit was the idea that, well, you can sort of roll it all into one and get it all done. So I think that's what they're doing. But yeah, so not a lot about that. But it sort of counters the rumors that they actually cancelled season 2, because I thought season 2 had been made. I thought they'd made them back to back, and they were just doing the post production, but they haven't actually filmed season 2 yet. So they could actually cancel it. Paramount could just come in and say, just freeze everything. We'll see how season 1 does, like what Doctor Who, Disney did with Doctor Who. They're like, let's just wait to see how season 2 goes before we, greenlit a season 3. And it looks like it's not happening, because season 2 aired and it didn't exactly go through the ratings roof. So it'd be nice if they did the same thing with Star Trek Starfleet Academy. Said, look, let's just see how that goes. If it does well, we'll renew your contract and you can do season 2 then. Hopefully something like that will happen. Some sense where they just freeze everything Kurtzman's doing and reevaluate everything. That's what I'm hoping happens. But he's talking like it's just going to go into production later this month. And obviously they're in pre-production, so of course you would assume that that's going to happen. But plenty of shows have been cancelled in pre-production that got right up to the line and never happened, like Star Trek Phase 2. That they got 3 weeks away from filming, and then it was cancelled. So yeah. I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think of them going into filming, and will they actually do season 2? Is it happening? And they did talk, they did talk about plans for season 3 and 4, that it would be a 4-year series, because, university is 4 years, so the idea that Starfleet Academy has to be 4 years as well, I'm like, really? Okay. That's the assumption. So they've got ideas that they thought, well, we'll save that for season 3, and we'll save that for season 4, and that way we sort of have a plan, we can look at it overall. And they did also mention that they feel that they have balanced the serialized stories and the standalone stories, which they haven't with Strange New Worlds. That was supposed to be an episodic show, and it's been a mess. We got 1 episode out of season 5 so far. Out of 5 episodes, halfway through the season, we have 1 episode that resembles a standalone Star Trek episode. So, but they claim that they found a balance with Starfleet Academy. So we'll see. But, yeah, we'll see.